When Formula One first announced that they were going to host all 10 car reveals in one single event for the 2025 season, the reaction from fans was mixed. Some were excited while others hated the idea. Now that the event has actually happened, it's fair to say that the event was, well, interesting, to say the least. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Formula One first announced their selection of music artists who would perform at the event. Once again, the reaction from fans was mixed. Some were thrilled about it while others complained even more and perhaps even called for more famous artists to be featured. The most controversial of these artists was none other than Machine Gun Kelly. I'm sure most of you are acquainted with the drama that this guy has been involved in, but whether you love him or hate him, it's difficult to deny the fact that his opening performance was simply amazing. To be honest, I couldn't ask for more from him. His presence showed and hinted that the F1 event will be quite different. Formula One management and the FIA usually host quote-unquote safe events that are professional and far from controversy, but MGK's presence showed that this event would be quite different. And that was exactly the case when Jack Whitehall took to the stage. Let me be honest, when Jack Whitehall was first announced as the host for F1-75 Live, I was quite doubtful of his capabilities. It made more sense to have, Will Buxton, Martin Brundle, Lawrence Barretto, or even Bernie Collins, or anyone who knew what they were talking about. I expected Whitehall's performance and presentation as the lead host to be filled with shallow and cringe jokes. But that was far from the case. The guy actually knew what he was talking about and he wasn't afraid to call out both the good things and the bad things of the sport. He spoke not like a host picked by Formula One, but an actual host that was picked by the fans themselves. Most of his jokes were excellent, perhaps a good 90% of them. The remaining 10% came across as a little bit strange and awkward at times, but overall, he did a much better job than many people expected. And I don't think there would have been anyone better than him to do it. The liveries were another thing that I will come to later on, but in summary, most of them were either the exact same or very similar to last year's, the best livery of the bunch being arguably V-Carb's. However, when it came to the best car reveal, that definitely went to Aston Martin. While most teams revealed their cars with dramatic music and flashing lights, Aston went for a classy James Bond theme. The presentation also featured an orchestra and Nigerian singer Thames to finish it off with her amazing singing, and it was simply a 10 out of 10 performance. However, there was a missed opportunity to bring out Adele to sing Skyfall, a song that is both a Bond theme and is also the song that is played on probably one of the most popular Formula One edits on the internet. Perhaps Aston tried to reach to her and she declined due to the fact that she has decided to take a break from live performances and also from music. Most of the liveries didn't cause a buzz. McLaren, Red Bull and Aston did not make a single change. Ferrari added some white to their car and also darkened the red a little bit. Mercedes added some tiny bits of silver around, while Haas inverted their colors. Williams, on the other hand, added a bit of dark blue and Stick minimalized their car. The only two teams that actually made a change are RB and Alpine. So in general, as Whitehall predicted, most of the liveries were actually the same, and I find that a bit boring. The event itself, though, was actually great. The visuals were simply a 10 out of 10, the music was a solid 8.5 out of 10, and the hosts did a great job, 9 out of 10 for them. And the atmosphere actually felt really decent, especially when the FIA was mentioned.
Make our racetracks around the world safe. The FIA has been instrumental in their efforts over the last 75 years.
Most people enjoyed it and found it better than expected, which I find true as well. The only bad part about the event was the fact that most teams actually didn't change anything with their liveries. If you contrast this with MotoGP's 75th anniversary Grand Prix, where literally every single team came out with new and stunning liveries to celebrate the 75th year of the sport, Formula One's liveries for this season are just very boring, mainly because we have already seen them before. 3 out of 10 for that one.